How are y'all doing?
How do you feel pass rush position? How you feel the value has vaulted after seeing the Eagles and what they were able to do against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Yeah, I mean that's why I feel like they're paying him so much now. I mean it's extremely valuable. I mean there's continuing to be great groups of pass rushers. I feel like we have a really loaded D-line class overall in this draft class. So yeah, I mean the position's extremely valuable.
You mentioned the loaded D-line class.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. What is it that makes you unique, and why should the team hone in on you?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that make me unique. Obviously just the way I fly around, love the game. And I mean definitely my length. I'm a really long-livered guy. Play with the motor, use my length, and got a few finesse moves in the bag as well.
Talk about the role that film study plays in the pass rush when you're making decisions on what moves to use.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how talented you are if you're not in the film room breaking other guys down. So it plays a big part. I mean, you can't go into a rush with a high hand setter thinking they're a low hand setter and working certain moves that just don't work against those guys. So it plays a major part.
What are some of the biggest tells you look for from the tackle on film?
Their sets, the set point, where they shoot their hands, where they come from, and then really the type of player they are. If they're a stronger, more heavier player that's not as prone to power moves, and then if they're a little bit lighter, not as sits on their heels heavy, that's a guy that's very prone to power moves.
Who's next in Arkansas that we're not talking about right now?
Yeah, I mean Cameron Ball, really talented D tackle, and then Quincy Rhodes, defensive end.
What about Cameron stands out?
He reminds me a lot of myself with the motor, the leadership qualities he has, and then the dude's had multiple years of very, very solid film. I think he was able to come out this past year, and I feel like he definitely would have been a draft pick, but decided to go back to school and raise that stock a little bit.
You mentioned who's the toughest guy you saw in a game this past year?
Toughest guy I saw in a game, probably say Kelvin Banks from Texas.
Why Kelvin?
I wouldn't say it's – the biggest thing is he's a real big body, real smart guy too, though. He knows how to – you could tell he watches his film. He understands his opponent, and the guys like that are the ones that will always be better.
You mentioned digging in the film and breaking guys down. Who are some of your favorite edge rushers to watch?
Yeah, there's a lot. I really like Max Crosby. I think I have a lot of comparisons to him. I like him. I like Aiden Hutchinson. Obviously got to watch Myles Garrett with him being by far one of the top defensive ends in the league right now. But then I also like watching guys like Eric Armstead, Cam Jordan, because I see a lot of myself in them as well, depending on the team I go to, because I feel like I'm very versatile. I feel like I can slide inside in pass rush situations, and definitely got to put on more weight where if I'm inside in a pass rush situation, they run it, I can really hold my own. So, yeah, I watch kind of all across the board.
Working out at Exos, you talked a little bit about how you guys push each other.
Yeah.
How much has that gone into you being able to elevate yourself to what you project?
Yeah, no, it's a blessing. That's the whole reason I went out there. I knew a lot of the top guys, defensive ends, were going to be out there, and I knew that's the only way to make myself prepared for this moment, prepared for the next level. We got Mike Green out there, Shamar Stewart, Princely. Multiple top defensive ends in this class, so it's great getting to train along the best.
Who pushed you the most? Who's challenged you the most?
Man, it's a pretty tight race. We're all right there. It depends what we're doing as well. Shamar's a dog. He can fly. He'll put up a crazy time in the 40 tomorrow. And then Mike as well. Mike, the dude benches. He can bench. He'll probably get 30-something reps tomorrow or Friday. So, dude's a freak, and it's great being able to kind of just train around those guys.
Did the camps here at the Combine ever remind you of that one camp you went to in high school where you went viral?
Not really. I was 15 at the time, so a whole lot different.
Have you met with the Raiders?
I have not met with the Raiders.
What would it be like to play with Max Crosby in the second round?
Yeah, it'd be big time. I feel like he's one of those vets that you could tell is definitely like a mentor as well. So it'd be great getting to play with a guy like him, really learn from him and everything. So yeah, it'd be great.
Have you talked to your brother Lance about what he's doing down in Texas?
Yeah, he's loving it. Dude has a mindset like me. So he went in instantly. And just working his tail off in the weight room, trying to put some weight on, and his goal right now is to make an impact his freshman year and be a freshman All-American. So I'm excited to see what he does this spring and excited to see what he does going into the next season.
Is he starting out at
starting out at defensive end, or are they going to try him inside? Do you know?
Yeah, right now I know he's playing defensive end. I know his plans to play defensive end. They haven't discussed putting weight on him or anything to slide inside, so I know as of now, he's defensive end.
You talk about your player comparisons, like Max Crosby, guys like that, right? Are you more comfortable standing up or putting your hand in the
I'm open to anything, but as of now, right now, I feel like I performed best with my hand on the ground, but I have a lot of film standing up, making plays as well.
And then, of course, you flash on the tape when they did, when they did drop you back in coverage. A guy your height, putting an arm like that in the mid like that in the passing lane, it's got to be held more important than that.
Yeah.
Does that kind of get you excited to like, okay, look, if I, go to meetings with these teams, hey, I can drop back too.
Yeah.
I can move.
Oh, yeah. Really a lot of that's just showing in drills too, just showing that you can do it. I have some film from my junior year dropping into coverage a lot, so just continuing to perfect really everything in my game all around will really make me a lot more open to more teams.
Did you meet with the Bills?
Yes, I met with the Bills.
Was it informal?
Oh, it was a formal. Yep, it was. Oh, it was formal. Yep.
Shot? Was it a shot
Yep.
in there? How'd that go? How did you feel like it went?
It was great. I feel like it went really well. We broke down some of my film, saw the good, saw the bad, and overall, I really enjoyed it.
What did you want them to know when you walked out of that?
Yeah, at the end of the day, if they draft me, they're getting a dog. They're getting a guy who's going to come in, make an instant impact. Not a guy you got to worry about getting in any trouble, causing any problems in the room. So overall, you're going to get a dog and a guy who wants to give his all to the program.
Have you met with the Patriots?
I have not. I have not.
With the field drills, are you looking forward to showing off the speed, the long speed? Are you looking forward to showing off more explosiveness?
Yeah, the plan is with speed, show it off in the 40. Get that done and show that I could fly. And I think a lot of teams think I run a 4.8, 4.9, something like that. So just really show them that I can get out there and fly. And then in the field drill, show explosiveness. Show that I might be 6'7", but I can still bend. So show that I can really bend, hoop drill, stuff like that. So to really just showcase what I'm about.
Landon, can you talk about your experience as a kid with alopecia?
Uh-huh.
How you're hoping to inspire kids?
Yeah, that's something my parents always taught me. God made you different for a reason. You got to use your differences to inspire other kids like yourself. Throughout college, I did a lot of work with different alopecia foundations. My plan when I get to the league is to either start my own alopecia foundation or continue to partner with ones that are already out. And that's something that means a lot to me because I just know how I was as a kid growing up with it, and it was real tough. So inspire those kids that are different and make them know that it's okay to be different.
Last two questions for Landon.
Formally with the Dallas Cowboys then?
I have not. I met informally though.
How'd that meeting go?
It was good. It was good.
Last one.
What kind of confirmation was that when you were doing
Really just, confirmation of my ability. I already knew what I was, but to really showcase that was major. I guess that's kind of whenever I kind of started getting a name in the game. So I think it was great for me. I think I just kind of continued it from there and really enjoyed that moment.
Thanks, guys.